I have not been looking at reference at all this whole stream. That's what I'm saying, you know? It's just give it a fucking ending. Because this is the thing, right? You wouldn't do that live, right? That is something you can only do with a recording. So you actually have to write an ending. You actually have to have some way it ends. Man, were you asking me about a black witch? Why were you asking me about a black witch? Is there a reason? Just wanted to know. I know, but a black witch is so specific. You know, a black witch is a very specific mech. Yeah, there we go. I fucking knew it! I knew that's why you asked. It's kind of shocking. I haven't been asked to do one yet. Like, that's the thing. Nobody's even asked me to do a black witch. There's actually a lot of mechs that would be right up my alley, to be honest, I guess. Now, right? That I just don't get asked to do. I've never done a Pegasus. I think I'd be perfect for that. It's crazy. Somewhere, I don't know where exactly, I have like a bunch of thumbnail sketches of like an illustration idea I had whenever I found out a bit more about the Black Witch. I was watching like a video, and it was talking about how, like, it's mostly Karakan nobles that get the Black Witch. As, like, bodyguards. So the thumbnail is of a noble being protected. Not being, not exactly, but like on flanking, like flanking them, is two black witches, but they would have been a slightly different style they would have been like they actually would have been black, right? I would have kind of went a bit almost goth, let's say, with their design. And I planned to do that, but work. But I had to do work. I don't know. Maybe I need to make a compilation of things like, hey, if you give me money, I'll do this. Like, hey, pay me to make work like this. Maybe I'll get to that point. I'd like to. That'd be nice. What the fuck is this song? I don't mind it so far. I'll let it play. That could work. It could. I think that's pretty far off, though. I think it's gonna take a lot of work to get to a point like that. A tremendous more amount than what I've done already. Tremendously more. Honestly, line-wise, there's not much left to do. I need to redraw this whole hand, though. I say redraw, what I mean is I need to redraw it. But not redesign it. Like I can't even just sharpen it. It's too blurry. I don't know, does that work? I mean, well, first of all, I don't know, maybe I don't need to. Let's get rid of this hatching. I think I was just tired yesterday. That's why I threw it in for some reason. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Is anyone watching familiar with Oni Plays? Or Oni NG? Heard of them, okay. Do you know about Smiling Friends? Okay. So, Zach Hadel, one half of the creators of Smiling Friends, and Chris O'Neill, who is Oni NG, years ago, I mean, I don't think you can find it now on the original video, but there are re-uploads. They did a cover of Let It Go from Frozen. And, well, but I have to explain this, okay? I have to explain this. They sing it super autistically. Like they do it like a duet. It sounds like this.
The snow goes white on the mountains tonight. Not a burnt the building. The kingdom of isolation. And it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like a swirling storm inside. I can keep her in. Heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be a good girl, you always had to be. But still don't feel, don't let them know. And now they know. Let it go, let it go. Don't hold it back anymore.
So okay, you get it. Right? You get it. So what I have recommended to me now on my YouTube mix is a metal remix of their cover of that song. That came out like 2 years ago. So let's have a listen.
Give me a backing track. Okay.
Down the street, got grass between my toes. I walk into a park and my hair grows. I pick up a ball, throw it at a kid. We're gonna roll. The snow goes wild on the mountains tonight. Not a footprint, the building. The kingdom of isolation. And it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like a swirl.
It is funny. It's very funny to me. It's stupid. It's stupid how funny this is to me. Holy shit! The cough? Oh. Okay. I'm not even gonna say sorry. I'm not sorry for that. You know what? We need something to cleanse the palate. Alright, there we go. Palate thoroughly cleansed. I remember whenever my friend actually first showed me that song. It was me, him, my girlfriend at the time. I was like, holy shit. Where the fuck did he find this? Man, sometimes people who don't use Clip may not know this. Clip, sometimes if you've been working on something for long enough, will do like an automatic save. It's in case it crashes, right? Or something happens. So then, whenever you turn it back on, at least it saved at this part even though you hadn't saved, which is nice. However, every time that because it freezes, right? It freezes whenever it does that. Scares the shit out of me. because I think it's about to crash. Wait, is this the song I think it is? No, it's not. I'm not gonna listen to that one. Let's listen to a Flyleaf cover. Oh, the old ones. The old ones remember Flyleaf. What are you up to? What are you up to right now, Mr. Dumb? I'm sure your eyes aren't just completely glued to the screen looking at me work. So, what you know? What are you up to? What you doing? What do you have me on in the background for? That's funny that we both asked each other questions at the same time. The music might be too loud. Yeah, it probably was. What is my most common commissioned? Ooh, probably the Baylor. It's the Baylor now. I've had 3 Baylors. Just hang out with your cuz. Do you know that Elvis Presley starred in a bunch of movies? One of the movies he stars in is called Kissing Cousins. And yes, he does what you think. Yep. Just wanted to put that in your head. Anyway. I only found out about this movie recently. It blew my mind. I'm like, no way. Like, yeah, he is. It's weird, right? Yeah, that's really weird. But yeah, the Baylor. Baylor is the most common I've gotten, or at least, like, in abundance. Like, I've gotten 3 Baylors, which you may think that's not a lot of Baylors. Well, it's more than anything else I get. Yeah. Then next to that would maybe be Nelson. Oh, well, actually, second place is probably tied. Let me think. Excuse me. Actually, no. I think first place is tied between a Baylor and a Nelson. No, actually, no. It would probably be a Nelson. Out of all of them I've done, most of them have been Nelsons. Or not most, right? But I've done more Nelsons than anything else. Never seen any of my Nelsons. That's because I didn't post 2 of them. Let me show you. Because why not? I was due a break anyway. Okay, that's too far back. Oh, that's so dumb. Alright. I gotta open it like this. Fucking the Clip Studio Launcher is useless. If you move a clip file, from where it had been saved to, it no longer appears in the Clip Studio Launcher. Which is something that you can open Clip Studio files from. So stupid. You should just know. You should just know where they are at all times. Useless machine. Well, it's not the machine's fault. I don't. It's alright, baby. It's alright, computer. I love you. I'd love it if you went a little faster. I'd love you more if you were faster. Alright, it was last year, wasn't it? I believe it was. Lancer commission work. Okay, so I only posted this one on Reddit. I wasn't too happy with it. Also, it's just not my style, I guess, which is probably why I wasn't happy with it. I don't know why that's not opening. That's weird. Oh, there we go. So this is a Nelson. Would you believe it? Oh, so it's from last year. Like early last year. I don't know, some of it's not so bad, but could have been a lot better. I'm not used to doing super angular mechs. I think I'm just going to pull an image in of the other ones, just because it would be faster. Then here's another one. I think this one looks more Nelson. Looks more, yeah, it looks more like a Nelson. This image is fucking huge. I think I did a pretty good job with this one. Oh yeah, very knightly. Then this one, and then there's like a Knight Baylor I did as well. Man, I did these at ridiculously huge sizes. They have like the same insignia. A little detail I added was like paint chipping. I added that a bit more, but I added it here because I figured, man, this is like the perfect shape to knee somebody. Then this one is also a Nelson, even though it is pretty much Rusty's mech from what do you call him? Hey, buddy. Yeah, pretty much. They were like the top half of his mech, and then like the bottom half of like some Gundam legs, and a Gundam gun. And they're like, everything else is the same. Like, by the way, I would not do a commission like this again. I wouldn't. The last one I did was that Eva one. I don't think I'll ever do another one of those again. Where it's like, essentially, just a cat. Like it is just like, oh, it's like the literally the head of an Evangelion. Not like inspired or like, oh yeah, that could be an Evangelion's head, or oh yeah, that could be an AC mech. That's fine, but no, just straight up, this AC mech's head or this their body. It's like what. What's even the fucking point? What is even the point? Now, granted, if they said, right, if they said some shit like, I want you to draw my AC mech doing something, yeah, okay, sure. But I don't want to do shit where it's like, not that. It's like, oh, it's not an AC mech, but it looks identical to one. It's like, whatever. I think I'm good. No, there's a lot of mechs I just don't post. Oh, there's that song again. I don't think I ever posted this one. Hold on, let me get a background for it. The song's too distracting. Whatever, next. Anyway, this was another early one from last year. Yeah, I don't think I ever posted this one. Is this a Paramore cover? It is. Why can't I move this? There we go. Now, there's a lot of my stuff I just don't... There's a lot I just don't post. It was particularly in my earlier stuff. A gunman? A gunman? Here's another one. This one's another Nelson, by the way, but it's flight capable. From Gurren Lagann? I'm not familiar. This was actually one of my really early mech commissions. Looks like a next? Yeah. If you took these big wings off and put like guns there, yeah. I did a kid. Man, I gotta stop doing these so fucking big. I mean, I have. They don't need to be this big. It's got like arms holding a gun. Apparently this is supposed to be like a... They wanted a really organic looking Horus version of a kid. Looks like an angel from you, exactly. And like the dish that it has, I made it look like it's going into like another fucking dimension. It's got funky boys in the back. Funky boys ready to deploy. Oh shit, my phone is going crazy right now. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh shit, hello. I just got back there. How's it going? Thank you, that's very nice of you to say. I try. Of course you're talking about the stuff over here on the right. The funny little doodles. That I do sometimes. Yeah, no, if you tune into my streams, yeah, it's pretty common that I do those. It's practically, in fact, it's pretty much guaranteed, especially whenever I'm doing my warm-ups. You know, maybe I'll do something maybe cool. Maybe, you know, you could think that that over there is maybe cool. Or yeah, I could do something like this. That's gotta be one of my favorites. But yeah, no, it's nice to have you. Welcome. Welcome to my little corner. I mean, it's not even big enough to be a corner. How are you doing today? Getting up to anything cool? Are you just starting your day? Are you in the middle of it? Or is it the end? Please taste me everything you know. Do you draw then, I take it? Have you been a fan for a while? Also, while you send the reply, give me a moment. I need to go and nip out for one moment. Won't take too long. Swearsies. And I'm back. I did say, for a moment, I feel like that was a moment enough. Technically, I should start my day, but I was up all night streaming here drawing. Oh, okay, cool. Anything in particular you like to do? Now I see your drawings. I think I'm gonna quit. Oh, come on. Don't put yourself down. Whoops, I accidentally pinned a comment. I'm gonna unpin this. Did not mean to do that. Yeah. I streamed 5 hours ago. So what? Are you just starting out? Have you been drawing long? You know, I didn't get this good overnight. This took a good deal of time. Oh my goodness. Speaking of drawing, I better get back to it. Also, if there is anything you'd like to know, you know, if you are just starting out, please do ask. I don't have any problem with anybody asking, like, how I do stuff, or for critique or advice or tips. I did not have a lot of people help me out whenever I was younger and was trying to learn. But hell, I'll tell you this. I did get a lot better whenever I did. Whenever somebody was telling me stuff. And I could ask them. You know, I could pick their brain. I learned a lot more. And maybe that's the case for you too. So don't worry about it. I'm ready. Do it. I used to draw when I was a kid, so I kind of get the hang of it a bit, but didn't keep drawing consistently. I started recently to practice again. Now I'm 25, so I need to speedrun it, I guess. Okay. Are you... Here's a question, right? Are you doing this for financial reasons? Or for like hobby or personal reasons? Or basically anything that's not financial? Even if you were doing this for financial reasons, I'd probably tell you not to. Like, even if you were good, I'd probably like, yeah, you're not going to make a lot of money. But I understand what you mean. You need something called, it's a term I've heard used before, what you need is mileage. Like if you imagine, you know, like a car, you can save time. If you're short on time, you can drive faster. I would like to make money drawing, but I said the speedrun thing because I feel so behind. Do you need to be making money soon? Or is it as in I would like to make money? Or is it I want a career? I would, you know, my aim is to make money. I know those may sound kind of, you know, maybe this questioning may sound a bit unnecessary, but it is. It's very necessary. Okay. So then speedrunning. And since you are very much a beginner, fundamentals. You know, maybe you've heard it before, maybe you've heard people say it to you already, if you've been looking at like videos or anything. Fundamentals is a great start. Learning. Oh, my back. Like the box. The box is a great fundamental. How well can you draw a box? In 3D space. Ooh. See, that's wrong. That's good. Now you say you're doing your research, but what does that actually manifest as? What are you actually doing? Because you got to be doing something, you know? I feel so overwhelmed because there's too much info on YouTube to get the yes. Don't fall into the tutorial trap, which is you just start watching endless videos on like how to do this, how to draw that. And then of course, yeah, like there's even like, what do I listen to? What don't I listen to? That one's a bit harder to figure out because not everybody learns the same way or understands things the same way. For example, can you see images in your head? Maybe you can, but people that have aphantasia can't. So, if someone's showing you a video, or if you're, in a video, someone's talking about visualizing something, oh, well, then you can't. That information's useless to someone with, like, aphantasia. Or even still, even if you don't have aphantasia, but you just have a difficult time visualizing things in your head, that can be tough then to work out something like, if like a box. If you have a difficult time rotating a shape in your head, then you're gonna have a difficult time putting it down on a page, and you need a different method to do that. So you love storyboarding? Okay. Well then, if you're already doing fundamentals, then really, again, mileage. So see, whenever you're doing fundamentals, think about, or like you're doing like, you're like, for example, like let's just say the boxes, right? Let's just say the boxes. It's one way to get really good at drawing the boxes is you draw lots of boxes. Like a shitload. A metric fuckload of boxes. And what's good about the boxes is that they can help you understand space, right? How things look whenever maybe they're rotated or viewed at different angles. It helps build that sort of visual library of like angles in space. Now, here's the deal. This is not just about boxes. Mileage is quantity. If you were, for example, I want to get better at drawing people. Okay, well that's kind of broad. Because that encapsulates a lot of things. So let's be a bit more specific. Let's say generally, right? Generally people and like their poses and proportions. Like, okay. Then you know what you would do? You would do maybe gestures, right? There's no gestures in front of me right now. But I'm just going to make up one, I suppose. You know. Anyway, you would do a fuckload of them. You would do a lot of them, because that's what mileage is. You would learn more from doing 10 portraits of a person or people than you would if you just did one, but you spent an hour on it. Or, let's say, let's say you do a piece, right? It doesn't matter what it's of. Whatever it is you want to get better at. You could spend 7 hours on a piece as study, or you could spend 1 hour on 7 pieces, or each one. Shit. Excuse me, man. This cough is getting a bit more persistent. What was I saying? Yes, you could spend 7 hours on 7. There we go, portraits, and you would learn more. You would have learned, you would have improved, right? You will have improved more. If you did, let's take a week, right? Let's say you draw every day. Let's say you draw every day in that week. And by the way, if you want to be speeding things up, then you're going to need to do that. You are. Like, that's just facts. There's no sugarcoating it. That's probably something you've heard a lot. Like, people are saying, I'll draw every day. I'm saying to you right now, if you really want to learn, if you really want to speed up and get mileage, you're going to have to. It's not an option. Now, let's say in 1 week you decide, I'm going to get better at drawing faces. Let's say that you donate, I don't know how much time you can donate to this, but let's say you donate, like your last stream there was 5 hours, okay? Let's say that you donate 4 hours a day. So 4 times 7, that's 28 hours. Wait, no, not 28. Silly me. It's 32. So silly. Wait. No, it's not. Wait. I was right the first time. Anyway, 20. Why do I doubt myself? I'm thinking about so many things at once right now. 28 hours. Let's say each hour you do 2 30-minute portraits. So in 1 hour you get 2 portraits done. That is 8 portraits a day. 8 times 7. That is... Oh my fucking back, jeez. By the way, make sure that you've got good posture. Make sure, if you're sitting down for a long, like that, all that time, make sure that your posture's good. But anyway, 8 times 7, or what, doesn't really matter, whatever way. That's 60, no, not 60, it's 56. That's 56 portraits in a week. You will have learned way more by number 56 than you will have by number 10 or 20. You will have improved. And that's in a week. Now, you can apply this same method to anything. I want to get better drawing hands. Okay. How about you draw 50 hands a day? Why not? And let's say, you know what, let's say you can only do, you can only draw for 5 days a week for some reason. Guess what that means? Okay, that's 250 hands. Of course you will have gotten better. And yes, that's the problem, right? A lot of people, whenever they're first starting out, they spend too much time. They spend far too much time on single pieces whenever they should be focusing on study. A big piece is something that if your goal is to learn and to get better, a big piece that you sink a lot of time into is to showcase what you've learned. You'll be applying many things, typically. Think of it as the equivalent of... Don't know if you ever did this. I might have been the only one. But there's a method to like learning words, how to memorize words. So for example, let's take this. So what it would be is you would have the word written out. You would say it, and then you would cover it up. And then you have to write down the word. And then... Now, that's very simplistic, yes. But... By the way, you would do this over and over and over and over with a shitload of words. You would do it over and over and over and over until you've memorized it. If I did, like, you could take any word. You could take any word. It doesn't matter how big it is. And if you did this method over and over and over and over, you, like, the larger the quantity, then the more it is you'll learn. The more it is you'll memorize it. You can do the same thing with drawing. You're not going to you're not going to learn very much looking at artwork that somebody else did. You're not. You have to do it. And if you learn by doing, well then guess what? You can increase the amount you learn, or you can speed up the process by doing a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not saying a lot of stuff all at once. I'm saying the same thing a bunch. Kind of. Like, if you're drawing hands, right? Let's say you're drawing hands. Oh, hands. Oh, they're so tough. Oh, man. Like, they're tough. Oh, man. This is hard. But you remember, you should be remembering is that, like, give yourself a timer, right? You can only draw, you can only spend, I don't know if you're drawing hands and you're trying to draw a lot. I can only spend 30 seconds on a hand. Something crazy, right? Anything you notice whenever you do that, anything where you feel like you fucked up, or you're like, oh, I went wrong there, or that doesn't look right, guess what? The next hand you do, you're going to be thinking about that. Oh, this looks like this, and not like that. The more mistakes you make, the more you're going to try not to make them. Like, the more you're going to try not to make. And the faster you make mistakes, the faster you improve. Like, how else can you know where you are weak unless you are actively making things? How do you, like, maybe you know, like, oh, I can't draw hands that well. Okay, but how often are you drawing hands? Do you know exactly where? Wait, is it that it's the proportions? Is it the shape? You don't know the limitations of what your hands can do, or are you putting hands in perspective? Yes. Check my Twitter. Uh-oh, what happened? They hit the Pentagon! Ah! Let me have a look. I mean, I'm on Twitter. What's up, random? I'm not seeing anything. Oh, wait a minute. You're gonna shoot me with a gun? You're gonna kill me? That's so flippin' random. I don't even know if I should say thank you. You've got a gun pointed at me, at my head. No. No, thank you. That's cool. I don't want to miss. Wait, both of them are me? What? How can they both be me? Don't want to miss a thing I say? Oh, well, I guess I must be saying something right then. It's a random secret. Gosh, dude, you are just so random. But yeah, so like, set a timer and be like, I'm gonna do this many, whatever it is you're trying to get better at. And then, if, like, here's the thing, right? If you start doing that, and you notice, oh man, I didn't get the hand done in time, right? Then, what that might mean is that you need more time, or you need to speed up. But just give yourself a little extra time, and then what will end up happening is that you will get faster. So then, you know, maybe you won't need as much time now. So like, I know speed here is the name of the game, but remember, you know, you're just starting. Don't be too hard on yourself. There is another phrase that rings very true for this. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. You learn how to do it slowly, right? Then as you know what to do, as you learn things, you will get faster. Because you're not going to be making as many mistakes. And that's the whole point of this, is to make as many mistakes as you can in a short amount of time that you can actually conceivably learn from. And then, well, get to a point where you're not making as many. And something you should do, right, is you should try to do it all in like a session on the same page. You know, or like the same, you know, like the same file, the same canvas. So then the next time you sit down for a session, you can take a look. Take a look at the first one. Take a look at the last one. See how they've changed. Or maybe how they haven't. Actively look at the mistakes that you've made. See where you went right. Try to consciously identify those things. The more aware of it you are, the better. Once you're at a point where you have done this, right, you get that mileage, then you can look at things like construction more in depth. You should already have like a general idea, and you will gradually create one. You'll notice. See, like whenever you're drawing like a body or a hand, you know, even the face, you notice like, oh hey, you know, it kind of follows these kinds of rules, these kinds of shapes. These are observations you'll make on your own. I'm not going to talk too much about the construction because, to be honest, especially if it comes to like the human body, there's so many ways to do it. And some ways are more satisfactory, maybe that's the right word? No. Some ways work better for some people than others. Everyone has like their own different way of doing it, I suppose. There's different methods. But I'm trying not to be too specific here. I don't want to unload a bunch of stuff on you that's not exactly related to feeling you need to speed up. And also, right, it's not always about like just speeding up. It's also about learning smart. Because mileage is good, right? Mileage is good if you're doing it the right way. You could be doing it wrong. If you're... Oh, hold on. I gotta stretch my bones. What did you miss? Oh shit, I didn't know you were gone. I guess I didn't read that, give me a minute. That's okay. I was talking about, mileage. Yeah, I was talking about it some more. Don't beat yourself up about feeling like you're starting late and you need to catch up. There's like that doesn't actually do anything. You know, that won't actually help you in any way. Thinking like that. Mileage. Yeah. You're gonna want to keep all that stuff on the same file if you can, or same canvas, you know, whatever it is you're doing, so that you can look at the first one you did, and then you can go to like the 20th or the 50th or the 100th. Something that I did for a while, I need to start doing it again, is I would draw 60 1-minute gestures a day. It is tough. And here's the truth, right? Here's the truth. Did I get better at drawing gestures? Yes. I did. I wasn't even doing it that long, and I was already improving. Because even though it had been like a week, you know, if you do 60 a day, 7 days a week, that's 42. No, not 42. 420 a week. And I did it for like 2 to 3 weeks. So over 1,000 gesture drawings. And I got better at poses. However, I had actually done way more than that, but I wasn't improving. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because I was not doing gestures properly. The point of a gesture is like the idea of a pose. Some people say that it's like the soul of a pose, and gradually as you refine it and, you know, add your anatomy or whatever clothing, you lose it. You lose the soul, which is why people always say to exaggerate your gestures, because the exaggeration is going to get lost anyway, to a certain degree. So the more exaggerated it is, then the less of the soul you lose. Now, I was not drawing them like that. I was drawing them in a way where I was basically just trying to copy what I see. And that's not gesture drawing. So you have to be aware of that like, if it is, for example, if it is gestures, right? Then you better know what a gesture is and what it is you're actually trying to do here. And make sure that it is, you know, you're going after the idea of the idea of a pose, and not I'm copying what I'm seeing. Will you get better To a degree, sure, but you're not going to get better at gestures doing it like that. So, what am I trying to say with this is you need to be aware. You need to be aware that what you're doing may not be effective. You could be doing it wrong. Yes, you're going to be trying to do things in high volume, but that is not enough. It's not just, oh, if I just do this a lot, then I will just get better. Don't make the mistake of thinking like that. You gotta switch to more soothing music. Oh, my back. Yeah, no, that's... You will not understand. You will not understand things as well unless you're doing something like a master study. But that's like of someone else's work. Hey, whatever. It's no issue. No. You were. I did see that. Actually, no, you did mention that you were gone. I just didn't see it. So don't apologize. Why should you say sorry for something that I didn't see? I mean, it is your fault, but, whatever. I'll let it go just because I'm such a cool guy. I won't hold it against you or nothing. I'm just like that. I think it's broken. I think your charger's broken. You're taking my advice? The Bible. Well, listen, right? You don't need to take it super to heart. Because what I'm saying, like, it just might not work for you. But you have to really try it first to know. I don't think, although there are some things though I do think that like it doesn't matter, like it's just true. You're not going to learn as much as you would working on one piece for 20 hours as you would have from 21-hour pieces. Another thing I would say is set like goals. Like, it's better to write them down. That makes them more real. But it should be like, and don't do anything like, oh, I want to be good at drawing. No. That's not how you do it. It's have like a number. I want to do a number of these studies of whatever this thing is, whatever it is you want to study. Let's say hands again. It could be anything again. It could be anything. Like this week, I'm going to do this many. I want to do this many hands. But to be honest, before you start people at all, I would say do gestures. Because if you can draw the idea of a person doing a pose, then that sets you up on a much more stable foundation for whenever you're trying to learn things like anatomy. You're doing it part by part. Do a whole. Listen. Do the whole thing while you're doing part by part. So like the head, right? Have it, but let's say like in a week, right? You'll have head studies, but also full body, maybe gesture drawings. And they will work off of each other. By doing both simultaneously, you will learn like new little insights from both, and you can apply them to each other. You may learn a bit more about the shape of the head with your head studies, so then that will inform your poses. Like you'll keep it in mind. And the next time you're doing your poses, like, oh, well, the head shape is more like this. It's different from how I was doing it before. Do you see how that works? And then, whenever you're doing your, like the body ones, right? Because you're going to be looking at reference. You may see something there like, oh yeah, like the shape of the face looks like this from this angle whenever someone's looking down. Oh, I didn't realize that you can actually see both ears. You know, let's say that it's like a pose from the back, right? Oh, I didn't realize from the back you can actually, at a certain angle, you can see both of a person's ears. There's things like that. You can do it the way you're doing it now, but it's slower. And it's like, if speed is what you want, then I would only go as far to be like two things simultaneously. At least as long as like they're actually related, those two things are related to each other. Mm-hmm. Also, do you drink coffee? Do you drink coffee? If the answer is no, then maybe you should start. I don't know what your situation is, job-wise, but if you can draw a little bit in the morning, I would say do it. Because you also, again, I don't know what you do. If you do exercise, and it's in the morning, then you should try drawing right after. The reason I'm asking these things and I mention it is because, and this is not a joke, you will literally have more blood flowing through your brain and that will help you with your focus, with your understanding. You will be more awake. And maybe you don't exercise, that's fine. But I know, like, if you're super serious about this, I do drink coffee. Well, there we go. Argentina. Ah. I would also advise, and you know, it doesn't even have to be that, right? Like something to wake you up in the morning. Like that. Could be some quick exercise. It could just be even just a couple push-ups to get the blood pumping. The purpose would be to wake you up, to like, whoa, just really wake you up, shake off the sleep. Another thing could be a cold shower. These are not specific to drawing. I'm just saying that if you were going to draw in the morning, and your purpose is to study and learn, then you would want to be as awake as you can be. You're not going to learn much if you're, I'm still like half awake and I'm still in dreamland a little here. That is something that I actually used to do. I used to take a cold shower every morning. Why don't I do it anymore? I'm a huge pussy. No, it's actually not that bad. I just totally fell out of routine. I need to get back into it. I was going to do it today, but I was more focused on getting up. Getting my sleep sorted out. My sleep has been so fucked for a few months. I think it's been fucked up for like 3 months now. But I finally got it back. So that's something I'm going to start doing again, is cold showers. There is also some studies that say that you're most awake 2 hours after you've woken up. Think about that, right? Isn't that crazy? You're not really fully awake until about 2 hours after you wake up. Now, of course, that's not the case with everybody. I'm not gonna, there are individual differences, of course. I think that goes without saying. However, if there is a way to speed this process up and maybe just skip it, which is, I could fucking take a cold shower to wake me up, then do it. Why not? can't relate more to what you say. Well, I guess that's good. I need around an hour. Yeah. Whoa, I don't know why it said that. For me, if I don't take that cold shower, it very much feels like I need like 2 hours. And you know, as well as that, I just noticed how short this other arm is too short. Let's see. Okay, it's not too bad. Hold on. Just give me another one. Excuse me. Oh, a third one's coming. I can feel it. Reveal yourself, demon. Do you warm up? That's another thing, right? Whenever you start drawing, is your brain ready to start drawing? The will might be there, but what about the mindset? Do you ever like, have you ever been like, I need to mentally prepare for a task, right? Now, to some people that may seem kind of funny or even like a joke. However, there is something to that. We cannot just get into the zone right away with most things. That's just how it be on this bitch of an earth. With drawing, or really a lot of creative mediums, we may need to warm up to, and what that basically translates to is to literally get our brains ready, get them into the mindset of doing this task. Because they might not, like, they don't start off that way. Like, if I handed you a shitload of math questions right now, right now? You want me to do some math right now? I haven't got my calculator. You probably aren't ready for that. But if you started doing them, after a certain point, your brain would be in the zone of solving mathematic equations. It's warmed up to it. It's ready. It's in that frame now. When you make music, there you go. So you know what I'm talking about. You get into the zone so fast. That's good. What I would advise, though, anyway, is do some warm-ups, which are basically like throwaway drawings. Sketching, doodling. You are not just warming up your mind, too, but your arm. Think about that. If you are getting up and you're, all right, I'm going to draw. And you know, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if you've just gotten up. Whenever you draw, your arm is doing a shitload of movements that you're probably not doing for anything else. Because drawing isn't just your wrist and your fingies. It's your arm. It should be your whole arm, too. How often are you moving your arm for anything else in a day that is similar to the actions of drawing? You're probably not. So a warm-up is also to not just get your mind ready, but to literally warm up the muscles and the joints in your arm. Like, there are lines that you may do, like the quality of your lines, or, you know, how steady your arm is, may not be that way because it hasn't warmed up yet, and there isn't as much blood pumping through it, because this is the most active thing it's done all day, and it wasn't ready for it. It's the same thing with exercise. You can't just go to a gym and just start lifting heavy-ass weights just right away. Even if they're weights you've lifted before. You didn't do your warm-up, bro. You didn't do any warm-up. So if you're looking to do some work that's real important, that you do a good job. In my case, for example, it is client work. Like this. I do not start working on this as soon as I sit down. I do not touch client stuff right away. For that exact reason. Because I'm not ready. The lines I put down, they're not going to be good. I'll do some warm-ups. I'll do some doodles. I'll do something. I'll work on anything else. And... oh, I'll leave that bit. I don't think so. I need to. You never do it. Some people don't. But also, right? Because again, individual differences and all that. There are some people who need very little time to warm up. That depends, but that can depend how long you've been drawing. Then wait. Well, that's the thing, right? Is your hand ready? Is your hand ready to do some drawing? Maybe give it some stretches. That shit's important. Also, how much are you drawing with your arm? And how much are you drawing with your wrist? I gotta be honest, you should predominantly be drawing with your arm. There are many reasons why, but you know what? I'm just gonna say the most important reason is to save your wrist. Your elbow and your shoulder are much more rotund, more stable joints with a shitload of muscle who are just ready to do all kinds of movements all day. Way more than just your wrist. Also, create like a board or have like a file. Use PureRef if you've ever heard of it. PureRef. I use it. It's great. It costs like nothing. Well, I mean, it doesn't cost nothing, but it costs close to nothing. It costs very little. But anyway, point is create a board or something or a file that has the work of artists that you really like, that maybe even you want to emulate or you want to learn something from. And this is a bit down the line, you know, but still good to keep in mind, because you can still collect stuff. And look at what they do. Look at how they do it. What shapes do they use? What kind of techniques can you see in their work? And that, of course, is whenever you would start getting into the likes of master studies. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's not even just about, like, style. It's also about, like, it can help you gain further understanding of things by learning how somebody else draws something. Pretty much. I mean, I've used Clip Studio for so long. I actually used it back whenever it was called Manga Studio. Back in 2015. However, that's not to say that I've been doing digital since then. There was a good period where I didn't touch it for like years. And honestly, it was just because I was unwilling to get better. Let's take a look. How much is left? Not too bad. I did try Paint Tool Psi one time, but I'd already been using Clip for so long. I just didn't vibe with it. Oh, goodness. Nearly 6 hours? I do have to go and nip out for an errand. Now, it shouldn't take me too long, but it would be for... Like, it would be for like half an hour, really. So... And you know what? It probably, like, who knows? It could run a bit longer than that. So, I think I'll have to call it there. I will do more work today, but I don't know if I'll stream it. I'm gonna be trying to finish this because this only needs a little more line work, and then there's the background, which is gonna be a breeze. And then of course, like everything after this really will be fine. It's not gonna take as long. It's just this thing had a lot more lines than I had originally thought. But yeah, no, I can get this done today. Again, I don't think I will stream it just because I want to lock in and really make sure I get it done today. Today, not today, today. Today is titty, you know, titty. Today, hey lady, I want to see you today. Oh shit. Hello, Powerless. Well, I guess goodbye, Powerless. Goodbye, Powerless. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining the stream. I'll see you next time, hopefully. No bother. It was cool. It was cool sharing some of my limited knowledge. And if you tune into the next one, yeah, I'll give you some more. Okay, bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye. Bye bye. Bye.